Welcome to the landscape of television now that WWE owner Mr. McMahon controls all the networks. Now you can see his WWE superstars in all your favorite TV shows and commercials. And though the critics continue to protest, you can't argue with success. In fact, Mr. McMahon is now revving up for his most anticipated and some say dangerous debut to date. A no-holds-barred battle where the superstars trade in their muscle for muscle cars.
Welcome to Crush Hour. Thanks to our sponsor, Mr. McMahon. Tonight, you will witness WWE superstars battling for survival behind the wheel. Let's take you to the action.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Main Event Wrestling, and this is WWE Crush Hour. So this is the most ridiculous crossover concept ever. I mean, like, people thought Def Jam Vendetta and Fight for New York was weird because it's, you know, hip-hop stars in wrestling rings. But you know what? That game was awesome. Even for a first time, it was awesome. And you know what? I want to play more of that, so I will. But then you got WWE Crush Hour, and we're about to see, you know, a demo of the game. It's the most ridiculous crossover. It's effectively WWE wrestlers in kind of like a Carmageddon, Twisted Metal, Vehicular combat situation. And it gets even more ridiculous because of that intro. And you know what, before I carry on with certain ridiculous things, let's have a look at the roster. Okay, so with the roster, I've had to bring it back a little bit because it gets broken halfway through due to a lot of unlockable characters. But here we go, from start to finish, from when you start the game, this is the roster. You have Test, Bubba Ray Dudley, Chuck, Billy Gunn, William Regal, Chris Benoit, Edge, Trish Stratus, Kane, The Undertaker, trust me, this is going to take a while, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, who genuinely looks like he's driving around in an Olympic Ecto 1. That honestly is one of the coolest things I think I've seen in this game so far. Moving on. Chris Jericho, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, Rikishi, Big Show, Stacy Keibler, Jeff Hardy, who literally looks strung out, knackered, etc. Oh, it's just, yeah. And then Matt Hardy. So, that's the roster, but I continue to say that this is the most ridiculous crossover going is because it's Vehicular Combat meets WWE. That's weird in itself. But then, like, you know, during the beginning, the intro gets even more ridiculous because it's in a world where Vince McMahon went ahead and bought all the TV stations and proliferated them with just nothing but WWE rando content like Kane as a chef, Edge doing hair tutorials with talking combs, female wrestlers on a deserted island and trying to fend for themselves, you know, and then it's like, and we give praise to our sponsor, Mr. McMahon, and it's just like, oh yes, let's have a fascist overlord kind of subtext in there. Vince rules you, he has your money, etc. Oh god, what a world we live in. Anyway, so, what's the plan with Crush Hour today? Well, it's just going to be just one match on this, you know, see how it plays and everything like that. So, without further ado, I guess let's blow each other up.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking. Entering in the luxury sports car, The Rock.
Yeah, we're coming now.
Entering in the converted pickup truck, Bubba Ray Dudley.
That's right.
Entering in the SUV, Kurt Angle. Entering in the modified ATV, Chris Benoit.
Now let's put it this way, I am more than likely going to receive some kind of strike purely because of the use of, you know, that WWE content, you know, from the videos, the music, etc. Probably going to get hit with a strike. Wouldn't be surprised if WWE would then like, oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to take it away from you. We're not going to allow you to publish it because WWE these days are that level of stingy. So the rules to the game are as follows. Drive around, blow each other up. You know, you get a point per kill, etc, etc. So apparently I can switch around to different weapons and everything like that. You know, there are stage hazards. My health is on the right. And yeah. But yeah, WWE are more than likely going to hit me with some kind of copyright strike. Why? Because they're money-grabbing shits and don't allow anyone, even just for entertainment purposes or educational purposes, because I've got a gripe when it comes to something like this, right? And yes, you get like a little promo cut as soon as you kill someone, or you get something, right? Anyway, so my gripe with WWE. Okay, so when I was making it my History of SmackDown series, right? Okay, I thought to myself, like, let's, you know, use some clips and everything, get the point across, because it's always good to use, you know, visual aids and what have you, get the point across, or even for entertainment. Boom, there you go, Bubba. Again, I need to get some help, so I'm going to drive around the outside for a minute. Anyway, so I use a few clips, right? And then it gets blocked. And I'm like, okay, that was a risk.
Crippler 101 is now in session.
Shut up, you. You know, I was like, okay, I'll use it for, you know, I knew it was a risk. But, you know, there was no harm, no foul, so to speak. But then, here's the thing. It hit me with copyrights, and I was like, okay, better remove them, you know. And then did that, and the next thing you know, about 2 weeks later, because I uploaded these like well in advance, and then next thing you know, it hits me with another one. And I'm like, well, why didn't you fucking tell me this before? I could have worked on everything all at once, right? And then I had to get rid of another one and another one. Then it was just like, Jesus Christ, what do you want me to, like, what do I get to use? And then, like, what was it? When I was doing my The Rock on Just Bring It, right? So during that playthrough, I was going ahead and I was The Rock. I was like, okay, cool. Then it gets blocked worldwide because there was a brief glimpse of Jericho's like entrance video, right? You know, the one where it just had like a brief glimpse, and it was the one where, you know, it turns into like the vortex this time. But yeah, it turned into the vortex and everything, and that got blocked worldwide. Even with my Kane full season playthrough, my 1 year as Kane on SmackDown, SmackDown 2, right? Boom! Even on that, it got blocked worldwide because of the use, I think it was like because it was the use of Billy Gunn's music, as well as like the font for King of the Ring, because what was it? Billy made his return at King of the Ring, everything like that. Billy made his return at King of the Ring, so went ahead and it had the font for it. And then next thing you know, it was just like, yeah, survey says no. you're not allowed to use it. You're blocked worldwide. And I was like, what the fuck? You know, WWE love making things more difficult. I don't care if like the copyright gets hit and I can't, you know, make anything out of it. I'm fine with that. I'll live, right? It's not the be all end all of my existence, right? It's like even with my 2K25 stuff, my 2K stuff, like I like to use remixes or covers of wrestlers' entrances, even mashups like the John Cena one. Jesus Christ. Ooh, Bubba's got two. And I might lose one in a minute. But yeah, so I use, you know, stuff like that. And if it gets like a copyright strike, no issue, no question. I accept it. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. That's what all the people say. But then when you have me done for stupid crap, like the King of the Ring thing, on SmackDown 2, you are just freaking vile. And I used the exact same clip in the SmackDown 2 history of. Use the exact same thing to get a point across that. Yeah, you know, one of the major returns in the game, characters unlocked, was Billy Gunn because he made his return at King of the Ring. Come here, you bubba. But yeah, it was just one of those that just, there we go, just kind of like brought my piss to a boil. So there you have it, folks. That is WWE Crush Hour, and I've had a nice little rant about WWE and their certain practices when it comes to YouTube content. Now, I get they are the copyright owners and everything like that, but as opposed, the thing is, like I said, I'm cool with the fact that they might not get monetized because I use their material. That's fine, but to block a video worldwide and then forcing the person to just like completely re-edit it, to then change the entire essence of it, it's like, it's a good thing I kept the original version because I actually preferred the original version of, say, like my SmackDown retrospective, you know? I preferred that. Anyway, so that's WWE Crush Hour, my nice little rant, but let's have a look at some of the other things you can do. So there's a new season that you can start, so obviously it is what it is, it's a story mode that you go through. Don't know what it is, will I go through it someday? Maybe, we shall see. But then you got Exhibition, which obviously will take you to a variety of match types. And you got Raw, Hell in the Cell, not Hell in a Cell, but Hell in the Cell in what looks like a giant pyramid. Hardcore, then there's a few locked ones. Iron Man, another locked one. Lumberjack, another locked one. Keep in mind, this is the first time I've ever played it. SmackDown, and then back over to Raw. Once you go through the other, you know, what was it, locked one, and blah blah. So yeah, like I assume, you know, you beat the game with certain people, or you beat the game, you know, with certain conditions, and you unlock more wrestlers, you unlock more match types, or you do that during the season mode, because like, wouldn't be the first time, seeing as like in SmackDown 2, you can unlock TLC, tables match, and a few others just by playing the season mode, just like unlocking certain wrestlers through the season mode. You know, pretty standard. It's not like Fred Durst in Just Bring It, where you have to reach a certain condition to then unlock him. And it's still a shame that he cannot be used in the story mode, which is always a shame. Anyway, that's WWE Crush Hour. I've had a rant and everything. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Main Event Wrestling. We are going to get back into proper wrestling stuff as of next week. But like I said, will I come back to Crush Hour? We shall see. So thank you very much for joining me. And as always, if you like the video, give us a like. Share the video as well, because the more shares, the more views, the more that the channel continues to grow, the more that I get to do this for you. Subscribe to One Entertainment if this is your first time on the channel. Don't forget to check out all of the other content that's currently available, because you never know, there might be something that you like. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you are notified about any and all content that, you know, goes live onto the channel. Take it easy, everyone. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you next time for some more 1, 2, 3 count Main Event Wrestling. Take it easy, everyone.